I want to know how I was able to close 2 of my top clients with literally 0 paid ads. I'm going to share in this video. I promise I hold nothing back. Let's get into it. My name is Shakir Hussain. I'm the founder of funnels.com. I've generated over $30 million cash collected. Those awards behind me represent that. I've had over 25,000 students and clients attend my live events throughout the world. I've been doing this stuff for over 15 years. And if you're a coach, consultant, an expert, then pay attention. $400,000 cash from one client. Guess where I found it? I met him in my gym. The conversation that sparked it was, he looked at my hat and he said, "What is that? What is funnels.com?" And I explained to him, funnels.com helps business owners with getting more clients. We set up systems that gets customers from the internet. He went, wow. We started talking. An hour, 2 hours later, boom, he decides he wants to become one of my clients. And we've now developed a great friendship. What's the point of this story? And why am I sharing this stuff? Because as I was thinking, where do I get more of my best clients from? And they come from people watching my videos, they come from my live events, and they come from in-person meetings. So ask yourself this question, which is, where are your ideal customers hanging out? Are they at live events? Are they online? Are they in like social clubs, golf clubs, networking events? You know, wherever they are, you got to get very clear. I'll tell you this because this is a mistake I've made over the last maybe 2 to 3 years. I've had multiple different businesses, and some of them doesn't require me to make many videos, doesn't require me to use my face, doesn't require me to even meet people in person. And so I got really lazy. I stopped doing live events, and now I'm a father of a little baby girl. And so I don't really want to be spending my time traveling around, doing events, speaking at events. In my 20s, this is all I did. Every single weekend I'd be hosting a live event or I'd be speaking at a live event. And we hosted over 100 plus live events globally. And for a lot of those events, although I had a team that would be speaking, I would also be on the road. You know, now I'm in my 30s, I tend not to do that as much. So I'm just asking myself, hey, how would I be able to streamline, you know, my events business, where if I was doing events, maybe I'd speak a few times a year versus completely cutting it off. And so the reason why I'm sharing this stuff is a lot of the times as entrepreneurs, as business owners, we get distracted with so many different shiny objects. And the thing that was making us a lot of money, we may stop doing that. So I know my live events business model, it was making on the low end $300,000 all the way up to $600,000-ish every single month like clockwork. Then when I stopped it, instead of putting in systems and hiring other people to take in, I completely just ditched it. And obviously, when you're in different stages, maybe in the beginning you needed lots of money, and you make lots of money, and now you know your focus changes, and then you start becoming a tech entrepreneur and investing in a gazillion different companies, which is basically what I've done in the last 10, 12 years. And some of them have worked out really great, some of them haven't. And now when I look back, I'm like, oh, you know what? I understand. I should have been setting up systems like what I do now in my businesses. I have a framework which I call Funnels OS, which stands for Funnels Operating Systems. And whatever businesses I go into, I take this big, massive mind map I have. Literally, this is what it looks like. Underneath all of these are what we call different optimization points. Each one of these points, if you can tweak them small by one, then what happens is the entire business scales. At the start of this video, I shared 2 ways that I got my top end clients. Okay, so one was around say 400 grand, and the other one was a $1.3 million cash collected client, which was basically Russell Brunson. So basically between them, you know, just under $2 million from 2 clients. Imagine that. So Russell Brunson was another client that I got, right? And if you look at my mastermind map, one of them was basically outreach. And so in the outreach, I literally cold DM. I messaged Russell Brunson. Now, obviously, I've known him for over a decade. We've been friends for a very, very long time. You know, I remember him calling me up, asking how to get traffic with solo ads. Back in the days when I was around 23, 24 years old, I used to own soloadsagency.com. It was a multi-million-dollar agency. And I remember him calling me up, asking me to help him get traffic. And so we've known each other for a very, very long time. And so I messaged him so many times. And, you know, I basically said, hey, if you want my domain name, if you want this domain name that I'm selling, and no, I know what you're asking, it wasn't funnels.com, it was another domain. And I would message him nonstop. And when he would go cold, I would send him articles about different domains and different entrepreneurs that were buying huge expensive domains, and what I did was, over time, I knew that money is always in the follow-up. Regardless of what anyone says, literally the greatest sales secret in life is you gotta have a ongoing, endless follow-up machine. Whether you do it through email, through videos like this, meetings in person, through webinars, through 5D challenges, through your ads, doesn't matter. Like, one of the ways I follow up with my customers is through emails and through ads. I literally spend probably 7 to 10 grand a month just on primarily retargeting campaigns. So over the last 15 years, I've generated over 1 million email subscribers. And guess what? Those email subscribers, they're uploaded in my Facebook accounts, in my Google accounts and whatnot. And I have media buyer that will just spend money just retargeting those people. Why? I know that the money's in the follow-up, and so I endlessly follow up. And so that's what I did with Russell, and I was able to get paid $1.3 million cash. So in this video, I'm sharing with you, hey, I was able to get 2 clients that paid me close to $2 million. It didn't cost me any money, right? It cost me time and it cost me energy. Think about it. One was I was reaching out online via Instagram DMs. Another one I just met in the gym, and obviously he's a right fit, ideal client. He has a business that makes over 50 million a year. So for him, it wasn't a huge amount, but those 2 things gives me the lessons of, like, 1, don't leave out reaching out to potential prospects. 2, there's always someone in the market that's going to pay you a premium for your products and services. It's your job to identify where are they at, what's the offer you can give them. And number 3 is double down on what's working. Literally this morning I was thinking to myself, hey, I gotta double down on those types of offers. So how would I now go and find ideal prospects that have the money for my high-end services? Let's just say I'm selling a 6-figure package all the way up to a 7-figure deal. Okay, let's just say I've done it 2 times. Okay, I need to go and double down. Okay, what was the process that I did? And then outline all of this, and then create a little system, a little checklist, a little OS, an operating system, so that I can continue doing this over and over again. And so who cares if it's not $2 million for 2 clients? Let's just say you did 2 clients at 100 grand a pop. That's 200K. Or maybe you're just starting off, you're a complete brand new newbie. Go and find 2 people that can pay you $10,000 each for your services. But don't be afraid to wear your brand. Whatever your brand is, go and get a t-shirt printed. It costs you maybe 20, 30 bucks. In fact, I was just thinking to myself, these are some of my favorite t-shirts I wear from Lululemon, and they cost maybe, like, I don't know, 50 pounds or something, maybe 60, 70 bucks. They're plain. I need to take them and get them embroidered with funnels.com. I want to be representing, I want to be wearing my brand. If I wear a Burberry t-shirt, and Burberry's not paying me, but if I'm wearing my own brand, at least I get to represent that. At least it's a conversation opener. At least when people see this on the videos, they'll be able to say, oh yeah, you know what? That's the guy from funnels.com. So anyway, obviously I'm shooting videos like this to help you. So if you want to learn more about the tactics, the strategies, the secrets, the systems, the frameworks I've used, be sure to like and comment below. That way I know this stuff is resonating with you. Okay, if I get enough feedback, then I'll keep making more videos like this. And whilst you're here, I did make a video on how I'm making over $50,000 a month profit just from Instagram alone. Click this link, check it out, and I'll see you there.
Two Comic Book X Awards.